The name of the game is really about what do you want to eat? What do you like to eat? Find a way to stock your pantry, fridge, and freezer with these things so you can make what you feel like and what you're craving. So the biggest part about surviving and making a low-carb diet into a lifestyle is making sure that your fridge, pantry, freezer is stocked. And not just stocked, but stocked with the right things. I've been doing a low-carb lifestyle since 2013, believe it or not, and I've lost over 65 pounds this last time that I restarted low-carb after I had my second baby. So at this point in my journey, I really feel like I could make a good video about staples that you can keep on hand to make this into a lifestyle. We're gonna start in the pantry because I feel like there's a lot of things you can keep on hand that are so good and just can grab them and make an easy meal. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. These are all gonna be things that you can whip up into a fast and delicious, easy meal, but you've gotta have them stocked. So this is the video for you if you're looking to make your low-carb diet into a lifestyle and you wanna know what to keep on hand. If you're new here, my name is Kathleen Hart. I'm a mindset and weight loss coach, and I help clients every single day lose their weight for the last time. No more yo-yo dieting, nothing. Just easy, fast, fun weight loss. If you don't believe it, we gotta work on your mindset, and that's why I'm here. If you ever wanna work with me, all the links are down in the description box of my videos, or you can reach out to me via email. That's also down there as well. But let's get started in the pantry. So I'm looking down here, and I know that if you're doing a low-carb diet, you're probably not gonna wanna give up your comfort foods. You don't have to. There's a couple staples here that can keep you on track by just having these at home. One is a really good low-carb pasta sauce. I also love the Rao's brand. We ate it 2 nights ago, so I don't have one here, but I will put it on screen here. This is my favorite. This is a close second, a little bit more affordable as well. This is the Victoria brand marinara sauce. Both are gonna be half of a cup for 5 net carbs. So it's a great sauce, great ingredients, just amazing. And this is a great weeknight dinner option because you just heat it up on the stove. The next thing for a pasta or a comfort food dinner night, you can see I've already used it. This is my favorite black spaghetti. You can buy this at Aldi. You can also get this at any grocery store, really. I just found it at Walmart as well. It's just gonna be under different brand names, but this is the organic black spaghetti, and it is a black bean spaghetti. What I like to do is measure out my dry pasta. It says 2 ounces is going to be 8 carbs. I find that 2 ounces is a lot of pasta once it is cooked, so me and my husband will split that, which means we're only looking at 4 net carbs for a serving of this pasta. This is probably the best pasta I found that's not a veggie noodle that is still a low-carb option. So if you can find this at your store, do it. If you're looking to see if your store has this, but you don't know, how to do that. If your store has a website, like I go locally to Giant supermarket in Pennsylvania, and you can actually go to their website and type in black bean spaghetti or black spaghetti. This comes right up. It tells me what aisle it's in, and it tells me if it's in stock. So if you can't find this, try that at your store. So while we're in the pantry, let's talk tuna. I just love having multiple cans of tuna in my pantry ready to go so I can just whip up some quick tuna salad for lunch for me and my husband. It's great if you haven't restocked your lunch meat yet and you just need that protein boost. I mean, tuna is so versatile. You could do a wrap, you could do a pita, low-carb pita, you could do a lettuce wrap, you could do a salad, you could do so many different things with tuna. A regular sandwich, it's just awesome. My husband's been really into tuna melts lately, so he loves that. We can make them low carb. It's really about, the name of the game is really about what do you want to eat? What do you like to eat? Find a way to stock your pantry, fridge, and freezer with these things so you can make what you feel like and what you're craving. You just have to make sure that it's a low carb option. All right, so to make quick things, quesadillas, burritos, wraps, soft tacos, all of these things need a base. So I've got 3 of my favorites right here. I'm gonna show you them one by one. The first are small. So these are the Mr. Tortilla 2 net carb tortillas. I've been talking about these a lot recently. I love this company. You can buy them from their website. You can also buy them on Amazon with Prime shipping. So these are my go-to. I also love the chips that this company makes. Those are also amazing, but I don't have them on hand right now. I have to reorder them. So I'll be hitting up Amazon later, but these will all be linked down below if you do want to check these out. The next supermarket wrap eat are the Tomorrow's wraps. I love the premium white ones. They've also got a lot of different flavors. This brand is really good too. They're 5 net carbs and the wrap is big. So it's as big as this bag. And these are great, like I said, for actual wraps, like sandwich wraps. Love them for that. And then my next favorite, because I always say that in videos, I go, my favorite, my favorite, my favorite. And I'm editing it back and I'm like, everything can't be your favorite. Or can it? These are the Mission Carb Balance Tortillas. Every pretty much grocery store has these, including Walmart and Target. So snag these up. These are amazing. These are the flour ones. The whole wheat ones are even less carbs, but they're just so good. And they make a great base for all of those different meals. Quick, easy meals you can put together with just a couple things in your pantry. Gotta love that. So then I always have some sort of nut butter on hand. My 2 favorites are the natural peanut butter, creamy or chunky. I do like both now. I'm officially an adult. From Smucker's. They just have the 1 ingredient, just peanuts. Peanuts, that's it. Same thing with almond butter. I get this one. This is the Nature's Promise from Giant or Stop and Shop, depending on what state you're in. But this is the almond butter. Same thing, just 1 ingredient, got the almonds. I love doing my almond butter strawberry toast with this. So, so, so good. So having the nut butters on hand is really good because they make great snacks if you want like a protein snack or just making some quick lunch. Super good. To go along with that toast, I love chia seeds. So if you haven't seen that toast, I put it in a previous video, but it's basically low carb bread, toasted, sliced strawberries with almond butter, sliced strawberries on top of that, and then I sprinkle it with chia seeds. I also love to put chia seeds into my yogurt bowls. So good. And I feel like they just add a little protein kick, a little bit of crunch. They're just super good. They're a superfood. So I just love to have them on hand in my pantry as well. So this definitely isn't a full list. This is just like the things that I saw that caught my eye really quickly where you can like start your base for a low carb diet. But if you want me to go a little bit more in depth or maybe do an updated video for things that I buy every week or every month, let me know down in the comments and I can definitely put together a video like that. This is literally just scratching the surface. So there's definitely more if you guys want to see more. But let's move on into the fridge now. So I always keep large eggs on hand, and I think eggs are so versatile. I mean, you could do them for breakfast, obviously, a million different ways. Do for lunch, you could do an omelet, you could do a burrito, so good, with eggs and just your protein, other proteins of choice with some cheese, so good, but very easy. So I love keeping eggs on hand. They also go great in recipes. So if you're making a meatloaf, if you're making meatballs, if at night you want to do like a stir fry and throw a scrambled egg into your stir fry, it's just a great way to add more protein into your diet. But to do all that, you've got to have it on hand. So highly recommend just keeping at least, you know, a dozen eggs in your fridge at all times. All right, guys. The obsession is real. How do I survive on a low carb lifestyle? I'm allowed to eat cheese. Let me just show you a couple of the different things that I've got going on right now. I love to keep bagged cheese in my fridge. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love it because it just is great to have on hand. Like I said, you could do pizza night with some mozzarella. You could do sausage parm. You could do meatball parm. You can do this in with your eggs. I mean, it's just amazing. And then same thing for the Fiesta blend. I love to buy this one because then I can use it for tacos, burritos, fajitas, all the things. So I love to have the bagged cheeses on hand. So good. And then also too, this is just good old American cheese. If you know, you know. If you've been on my channel for a little while, you know half the people that watch me love American cheese, half the people do not like American cheese. I am a lover of American cheese, specifically Land O'Lakes deli cheese. Love it, love it. And I am also not picky. I like yellow and I like white. I will take it all. I'm an American cheese lover. So what else have we got? My husband just picked up this. This is the creamy gorgonzola cheese from Boar's Head. This is so good, guys. Gorgonzola blue cheese, love it. I love to make my own homemade dressings. On my blog right now, I've got a blue cheese and a blue cheese vinaigrette dressing. Tried and true. I've had them on there for years. They're both phenomenal. That's another thing. I love to make my own salad dressings. If you're like that too, or if you want to clean up your diet a little bit, make your own. I'll actually put down below some of my links to my blog where you can check out some homemade salad dressings. You guys will love them. But to go along with that, we also love the cracker cuts from, what is this, Cracker Barrel. And then you just buy them, they're already cut Yeah, they're already pre-cut, so it's really nice. Just grab a couple of those, grab some almonds, and you've got yourself a really balanced, good low-carb snack. So that's always good. And then I recently picked up the Laughing Cow cheese. So listen, a lot of people keep telling me to get this. It's not that I don't like it, because I do like it. I got the garlic and herb because that just sounds like that flavor was made for me. And I do like it a lot, but the texture is a little jiggly for me. So what I do is I actually melt this into things. So I will melt this into a low-carb grilled cheese sandwich with American cheese just to give it a little more flavor, or I will put it in with eggs. And boy, is it good. So good. So cheese is definitely a must. Go and get your favorites. I love goat cheese. I also love feta cheese. I love blue cheese. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I love Gouda. Wait, is there a cheese that I don't like? Off the top of my head, no, I cannot think of a cheese I don't like. So what you can do is, cheese is a great way to get protein and fat and calories into your day. Ate it the whole time I was on my actual low carb journey, losing weight hardcore, trying to lose over 50 pounds. And I feel like the cheese consumption every day, the dairy consumption did not bother me. So if it doesn't bother you, it's a great way, like I said, calorie, fats, and low carb, and some protein. So it's a great way to add that into your day. What else do I have in my fridge? My 2 favorite condiments. I'm gonna show you guys these now. This is the Golden's Spicy Brown Mustard. I have been eating this mustard probably since I could have solid foods. No joke. It's my favorite mustard. I just love it. And then also, to you guys hear me talk about this ketchup all the time, this is the no sugar added ketchup by Heinz. It is 1 carb for 1 tablespoon and only 10 calories. So I have to have condiments in my life. There is no way that I could go about this life without condiments. And these are just 2. You guys, I had to pick 2 from my fridge of about 50. So just know that these are my 2 favorites. I don't think that being on a low carb lifestyle, you need to deprive yourself. If you are a ketchup lover like myself, find a ketchup that works. Same thing goes for everything in life. If you love spaghetti and meatballs, which by the way, so do I, grab yourself a low carb meatball recipe. I've got one, I'll link it below, from my blog. Grab yourself some pasta and grab yourself some sauce. So, you know, it's all about making this into a lifestyle, and a lifestyle is not depriving. A lifestyle should be easy, it should be effortless, it should be delicious, and this is how you can do that. These just happen to be my favorites, but figure out what your favorites are. Figure out what you want to eat, and then stock your fridge, pantry, and freezer with those things so you stay on track and you can maintain. That's what I'm doing. I recently lost those 65 pounds and I'm still maintaining at 131 pounds. I'm 5'4" and I have not been this weight since high school. So it's totally possible, but you've got to just be a little strategic and plan ahead for what you're gonna want to eat. But let's keep going. These have to be refrigerated, these couple of things, so I just wanted to show you. A good pickle is so important, just to have alongside of things like burgers or sandwiches or wraps or things like that. I used to be a big Italian sub bag of chips girl. That was my jam. But now I've just shifted a little bit and I do a sandwich on low carb bread, and then I do the crunch from the pickles instead. These are the Boar's Head kosher dill pickle spears. They're 1 carb for 1 spear. They're so good. As you can see, they just like look good. Like, I don't know. I like that they put carrots in there. It just makes it look pretty. But these are so good. Boar's Head brand anything, I just love it. Also like to keep my tamed jalapenos on hand. So these are these sliced tame jalapeno peppers from Mezzetta. I've been eating these for forever, and these are actually medium heat, but I don't find them to be too spicy. I find them to be perfect. So these are great, like I said, for taco salads, for burritos, for eggs. I love putting these in eggs. I even love, my husband likes when he makes a tuna melt, I'll put tuna, the bread, tuna, jalapenos on top, and then put the cheese. And it's just like a nice, crunchy, a little bit spicy, pickly bite. So literally, it just makes everything taste that much better. I like to chop these and put them in my tuna too if I'm having a cold sandwich. So, you know, it's all about finding things that spark joy for you. All of these things spark joy for me. So really quickly, I'm not going to take them all out of my fridge because I've got 2 full drawers of vegetables and fruits that I literally need to keep on hand every single week. That could be its own dedicated video, but I thought I would just rattle off what is in there just for the sake of showing you that I don't only love packaged things. I actually do really love fresh vegetables and fruits, and I think they're really important to keep on hand. The first thing is I always keep some kind of lettuce on hand. I love iceberg for the taco stuff and these sandwiches, but then I also love to have a salad mix on hand. The darker leafy greens you can find, the better. So I love to try to do that. I also keep regular tomatoes on the vine and cherry tomatoes for salads, for sandwiches. Then along with that, onion and garlic. That's always a pantry staple, gotta have that on hand. And then as far as vegetables during the week, so when I plan out my meals for the week, I plan out what my side dishes are gonna be too. The broccoli that I'm gonna show you in a minute from the freezer is great because it's very simple, but if you wanna cook with fresh ingredients, I love broccoli, asparagus, cauliflower, zucchini, and eggplant. Those are definitely probably my top 5. And you can pretty much make anything with those. Green beans are also a good one, and so are Brussels sprouts. But I only buy them when my store's got them in stock and that they look good. So the best thing you can do too is go peruse your supermarket, see what they've got, see what looks good and in season and fresh, and pick and choose from there and build your meals around that. But then for fruits, I always have strawberries and raspberries on hand for myself. My kids, it's another story, but definitely those two. Blueberries if they look good. Some things look better than others. You just kind of have to go and see what your store has. And also too, I just love eating real fresh foods. This stuff is convenient, but for a normal day, eating a big green salad or, you know, your protein with a big thing of roasted asparagus on the side. I mean, it's just so good. So as you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and those are just some of them. But as always, see what your store has and make your meals around that. Then we've got some yogurts. I've been obsessed with yogurt bowls lately, and I find that when I've got a sweet tooth going, yogurt always satisfies that craving for me. And I just love the keto ratio yogurts. I've got mango here, strawberry. I've literally got 15 of them in my fridge right now. I always have these on hand because my husband and I both probably eat these like multiple times a week. I like to break my fast with them for lunch. He likes to have them as a breakfast, a quick on-the-go breakfast. I recently found a new brand. I have not tried this yet. Has anybody tried this? This is the Chobani Zero Sugar in the strawberry flavor. So this would be great. If it tastes good, great. The keto ratio, I know this tastes amazing because I've had it for so long, but this just intrigued me because I do like Chobani yogurt. So this is gonna be 4 carbs for 1 whole container. This one is actually 2 carbs for the whole container. So we'll see. I'm gonna try it. Make sure you're following me on Instagram for sure, because when I taste test these things like during the week and I'm not filming, I talk about it on stories on Instagram. So it's really fun over there. I'd love to have you, but when I do try this, it'll probably be on Instagram. If you're looking for a dessert that is low carb friendly, I have taken yogurt just like this and made yogurt bark into it. I will put that video down below. It's so easy, and you can customize it to be all different kinds of flavors. But basically you just take the yogurt and you put it on some parchment paper in a baking dish and you freeze it, but you put toppings on it first. So you could put no sugar chocolate chips, you could put nuts, you can put coconut, you can do any flavor yogurt that you want, and then add the toppings on it that you would want to have. And then after a couple of hours, it's a big piece of frozen yogurt. You just break it into pieces like bark, and then you've got yogurt bark. And it is seriously the best sweet treat dessert ever. And you don't even have to add anything to the yogurt. It's just as good as it is. So that's something to do too. Don't ever use those kind of things as an excuse. I know I say this a lot, but I want you to succeed because I know you can. So if you're watching my channel, you're probably like, how can I do this low carb lifestyle? How does she do it? I do it by not using anything as an excuse, you know? Like I said before, if I wanna have spaghetti and meatballs and I'm doing low carb, I make my spaghetti and meatballs, my version, to stay on track. I make sure I eat the right portion. That's how I do it. And then if I'm having a sweet tooth craving, I'll have some yogurt, or I'll make some yogurt bark. I'll be like, okay, how can I set myself up for success? And that's by having all of these things on hand and then eating what I feel like eating. I never feel deprived. If I feel like eating a salad, I make a salad. And then if I feel like having spaghetti and meatballs, I make spaghetti and meatballs. I make it work. And I think that's the biggest mindset shift that you can give yourself now, is to go into something not thinking like, oh, this is gonna suck. Change that mindset, get that out of here. We don't want that. Instead, think, this is gonna be really fun because now I can find what my favorites are and like find substitutes and eat everything that I wanna eat whenever I wanna eat it. See how much better and how much lighter that sounds? I'm immediately more excited thinking that way. Okay, so I've actually got 2 freezers. I have my fridge and freezer like my side by side up here, but then down in my basement I've got a chest freezer. So up here I like to keep my I call them like my everyday items, just like veggie side dishes, a couple of meat things, breakfast stuff. I'll show you that in 1 second. And then we're gonna go downstairs and I'll show you my chest freezer, how I keep it organized. It's definitely easy for that to get out of hand, but I've got a handle on it so far. But then up here, these are the kind of things I like to keep up here. So I love to have burgers on hand. So I do like the meatless burgers. These are one of my favorites. So good. You can get these at Walmart if you are interested. And then the other thing, my husband loves turkey burgers. So we just get turkey burgers and then we have these. So the best thing is these are easy, like easy. So if you are like trying to figure out what to make on like a random Tuesday, grab some turkey burgers out of the fridge and make an easy veggie side dish like these. If you guys have watched any of my videos, I'm still into these. These are my favorite too. These are the Green Giant broccoli and cheese sauce. My daughter loves these as well. So simple for a weeknight dinner. Love to keep these on hand. I just think if you want like a quick veggie side dish that requires absolutely no effort besides turning on your microwave, these are for you. The Tuscan broccoli is also really good, but the cheese sauce is definitely my favorite. And another thing to make your life easy during the week are checking the carbs for meals like this. So this we actually got from Giant, and I'm reading the carb count here. So for 1 serving, 1/3 of this whole container, it is going to be 3 carbs. So 110 calories, 3 carbs. This would be perfect. It's been cold here in Pennsylvania. Like we had one day where it was 80 degrees in April and now it's back to being freezing. Right now it is 46 degrees. Gotta love it. So it's still comfort food season in my opinion, even though we should be thinking spring. So this would be amazing with some green beans sauteed with some almonds, like I love to do, and some cauliflower mash with some gravy and some turkey. That sounds heavenly on like a cold April day. But stuff like this just saves my life because there's nights when I literally do not feel like cooking. I've got 4 client calls after the kids go to bed. I know it's gonna be like a late night. Even though I love it and I get so charged up with my clients' energy, it's still like the last thing I feel like doing is cooking sometimes. And I love cooking, but listen, we don't all just love to like hop up and cook on the stove. Like I recently have not been wanting to put my energy towards that. So for nights like that, things like this are really great because the ingredients are pretty minimal. They're pretty clean carb-wise. So like, why not? Why not keep these things on hand for when you really don't feel like cooking? Same thing goes for breakfast. Easy. So my husband eats breakfast. I intermittent fast, so I don't eat anything until lunchtime, but both of these I like to eat for lunch too to break my fast. But great to have on hand if you don't feel like physically making your eggs. I mean, these things are just a lifesaver. So these are the Eggland's Best omelets, the 3 cheese. It's cheddar, Monterey Jack, Parmesan, 15 grams of protein. My husband loves these. It is, let's see, 5 carbs per serving for 1 omelet. 2 come in a pack. They also make these with meats as well, like ham or bacon. This just happens to be the cheese one. So these are great. You can also put this into a low carb wrap and make like a breakfast burrito. Just so good to have on hand and just be something that's super quick. Same thing goes for these. This is the Egg Witch. This is by the company Reds. I love this brand personally. I just think it's really good quality ingredients. Yeah, made with cage-free eggs. These are just great. So you can cook these from frozen. It's 190 calories, 17 grams of protein, and one of these is 3 carbs. So this is actually the turkey sausage one. So it's 2 egg patties and then sausage and cheese, turkey sausage and cheese in the middle. So these are really great for on the go, really great for busy weeknight mornings or even dinners, depending on when you like to eat your eggs. But those kind of things, having them on hand just make your life so much easier. It's all about transforming this lifestyle into something that's easy. Because if it's easy, we're gonna do it. If it feels hard and difficult, we're not gonna wanna do it. We're not gonna wanna stick to it. So set yourself up for success by stocking your stuff with all the good stuff. Let's go downstairs. Now we are downstairs in my basement where I've got a big chest freezer, and this is great. because my fridge and freezer upstairs are side by side, and to me they feel very tight and cramped. Down here I can really organize everything. I don't have the chest freezer filled up all the way, so it makes it easy for me to just see everything, but it could easily get out of control. I totally agree with that, but right now I have everything organized really, really nicely. Let me show you how I do it. Okay, so in my freezer I've got 3 baskets right on top, and then I have a bigger area down on the bottom with 1 step right here. So let me tell you what's in the baskets first. This is where I keep my overflow bread and wrap products. So in this first basket, there's some bagels. These are the everything bagels. I have them double bagged. These, we eat these so fast, it doesn't even make sense to double bag them. Same thing with the bread. But these are the 2 net carb Texas toast. I find this at Walmart. Love getting the Royo bread. Keep that down here. There's some more extra bagels from Royo. We've got my Mr. Tortillas, and then also some Smart Buns. I'm not loving these as much as I was maybe 6 months ago, so we're trying to use them up, but this is the perfect little area to keep them in because you can just get them, grab them, and bring them upstairs. Okay, so then on this step here, I have 2 different kinds of wings that you can buy from your freezer section. We love wings, and we just throwing them in the air fryer, so we just like to keep them on hand right here. I usually keep my Impossible sausage here, and that's where I keep sausage products. These are just the regular hot Italian sausage, and then, like I said, the other ones go there. We're actually having them for dinner tonight, so I just took them out. But then here I've got some every day, like this is where I keep my chicken and my turkey. So I've got a ground turkey pile here. There's a couple here just stacked up so I know exactly what's underneath it. Same thing for ground chicken, and then chicken breast. There is a couple different stacks of them right there, and then some thin chicken breast right on top. Okay, I don't know if your store is like mine, but that is literally all I have for TV dinners right now. They have not had any of my favorite Atkins meals or anything really, so I don't know what's going on, but that's where I would normally stack all those up right here. Here are my larger portions of chicken, so that's like a legs and quarters right there, and that's just for my air fryer chickens that I like to do with the bone-in meat. So they're all packaged up, kind of serving wise. And then I've got a salmon freezer right there, freezer meal right there. That's just something actually really cool I want to make soon, but it's like a flavored salmon that you just basically have to cook in the oven, and it's really, really easy for a weeknight dinner. I'll let you know how that goes. And then here is more fish. So I've got bagged cod here and here. So all it is just individually wrapped pieces of cod that I like to use for my fish tacos. Just 0 carb, there's nothing on them, so this is really great just for an easy weeknight dinner. As you can see, that's kind of the theme of my life, is just easy weeknight dinners that also taste delicious. So right next to the cod, I have that for salmon as well. Just sockeye salmon is so, so, so good. I love the wild caught, and again, it's just individually frozen into portion sizes, so it's really easy just to grab and go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Much more to come on my channel. Make sure you're subscribed and give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and I'll see you really soon with a new one. Bye guys.